Okay, good afternoon everyone. My name is Venugopal and this is Shankar and we are from DigiCollect GIS. Next. Friends, when I say a few words like the construction industry, the market research, the insurance companies, any government organizations that's into data collection like the Survey of India, the Census Board, all these organizations have one thing in common, and that is they need to collect field data. So they need to send their representatives where they need to go to the field, collect the data, and then do some analysis, and then take decisions. Next. So when I say data collection, field data collection, the first thing that comes to our mind is a person like this is going to the field, is having his multiple devices. Typically he wears a cap, he's going on a hot sunny day, and he has a pad in which all the questionnaire is printed. He's going to go to the field, write down things, maybe ask few people certain questions, write down on paper-based forms, and of course you need to take a photo of what is exactly happening there. So you have a separate camera, he needs to charge that camera, take the batteries, then maintain that camera, take the photograph. And additionally, nowadays, since people want accurate location information, you need to use a separate GPS. So typically if you understand the life of a data collector, handle 3 different devices, be very careful of these devices, because if you lose any one of these devices, you are going to pay it from your pocket. And then all the data that is collected, he needs to send these paper forms to the office. And in the office, there's a person who's going to do the data entry. So this whole process of field-based data collection is very tedious, error-prone, and time-consuming, because the person who's collecting the data on the field is different from the person who's doing the data entry. So what happens is the manual errors creep in. So this is the problem in many of the industries. So how can we use technology in this 21st century to solve this particular problem? So here where we introduce our product, DigiCollect, it's basically a mobile-based data collection application that is able to integrate and collect data in multiple formats. The first thing is your text-based formats. Since each organization, the data that they collect has to be customized according to their formats. So we are able to customize the text formats and get those formats onto your mobiles or tabs. The next thing is it is able to capture your images, the photographs at that particular place. The important thing here is we are integrated the location, the GPS coordinates of where the data is being collected. Apart from this, we are integrated additional features like your barcode reader, your audio, and as well as your video-based responses from the field. So what we are essentially trying to eliminate is don't use multiple devices, use just one phone or a tab to collect all these different kinds of data. So we come to our solution. We are not just a company that's going to provide a data collection application. We are providing a complete platform. So since each company has its own formats, they should not be coming to us to customize those formats. So we provide them with a form creation tool that helps them to create their own forms and push it to the mobiles. So that is the form deployment manager, which will tell which form has to go to which mobile. And then there is a data aggregation manager where all the data that is collected gets aggregated. You can filter the data and visualize the data, as well as download the data in multiple formats. And then the additional thing that we are bringing to the table is a location intelligence. So I have done my master's in geoinformatics. So how can you use the power of location, your geographic information system, to go with the data that is collected on the field? So I'll just tell you about one use case how this particular technology was used. So this is a project that the government of Karnataka conducted. So they wanted to map the amenities in a particular village. So how many borewells are there in the village? Are they open wells? Are they what kind of borewells? What are the school buildings there? The panchayat buildings there? So what are the infrastructure that is there in the particular village? So instead of sending people with the paper-based forms, we were able to get all their formats in this particular. So this is a screenshot of the mobile application. All that a data collector has to do is go to the field, select what is the amenity is mapping. Is it an open well, bore well, overhead tank, water treatment plant? So he's just going to select, and then he can immediately take a photograph of that bore well, and the location gets appended there. So apart from this, we can give a structure or a flow to the survey so that you can minimize the manual errors. Like I say, this particular structure is under construction. The next question that it's going to ask is estimated date of completion. If I say that it is a good working condition, it is not going to ask this particular question. So we're giving a proper flow to the survey so that you don't make those manual errors. So as I said, all these formats are customizable. It depends on the organization what kind of data they want to collect. So you can collect remarks, who's the data collector, how many data is collecting per day, and then they can plan out how to pay the data collectors as well. Next. Okay, so once the data is collected, what can we do additionally with it with GIS? So let me give a very brief introduction of GIS. GIS stands for Geographic Information System. It's basically a dynamic maps. Your paper maps are very static. GIS makes those maps very dynamic. You update the database, it gets updated on the map. You update the map, it also gets updated on the database. You can do lots of spatial queries, not just the attribute queries. So what we additionally do once the data is collected is we provide you with additional layers of data. So you want the terrain of a particular area. So you want how the terrain looks. We give you the satellite-based terrain information. You want the road network data, we can provide you with that. You want the, say the land use land cover that is classified by the National Remote Sensing Agency. We will be able to help you to procure the data, overlay the data on top of your data that you have collected and help you make better analysis. Next. So now we are moving from data collection to geo visualization. So once the data is collected, as soon as it is sent to our platform, immediately you see something like this. It is mapped on Google Maps. I go and press on a particular pop-up. It shows what is the data that is there at that particular point, the date, time, and location. So for a person who is managing 100 field staff who are doing data collection, the field staff can just sit at one place and say, I have collected 25 data today. So how are you going to verify that? So by using this one, since the location, date, and time is there, which cannot be changed by the field data collector, it gives a very good estimate of how many data that is being collected and what is the kind of data that is being collected. So on top of this, we are able to bring in, as I said, your layers of data that will help you to visualize the data in a better manner and take better decisions. So one example is this village maps. These are all the village boundaries that we are able to overlay on top of the data that is collected. So these kinds of data we can procure from the various government agencies as well as create them for you if you need it for a particular geography. Next. So now we move from data collection to geo visualization to geo analysis. So we have been doing lots of data analysis, which is a text-based data, numeric-based data. But how can you do analysis that has location as the component? So location or geo-analysis is what we do. So as an example, these are few of the points where the data has been collected, and the two black lines you see are the two national highways. Now I am a person interested to know what are the points that are in a buffer of say 100 meters from the national highway, so that I can raise the guidance value. So if you want to do an analysis like this on paper, it's going to take a lot of time and it's not going to be accurate. What we do is offer geo-analysis. We do analysis called a buffer analysis, and we give a 100-meter buffer on both sides of the national highway, and you see the point that is in the green zone is the one that is going to have the highest guidance value because it is very close to a national highway. The property value is going to get appreciated. So these kinds of analysis on the data that has been collected by your organization is what we specialize.